Look at this. This is so gross. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is just... So you might think this is going to be a boring video, but it's actually pretty fascinating, really. So Brussels was built all along the Senne, the river that goes right through the city. This is where the original Senne was, the original river, and they started covering it. And this is where it flows now. It's completely redirected outside of the center of city, which is the orange, and then this is the canal. This blue is the canal. So if it does overflow, it overflows into the canal now. Because as the city was being built, they were having major issues with flooding. So more and more neighborhoods demanded the original area to be covered over and then redirected, rerouted. This kind of gives you an idea of what it looked like when they were building it, covering over the Senne, and now it's just roads and buildings on top of it. Look at that. How cool is that? So this gives you a good idea of what Brussels looked like in the 16th century. As years went on, it was just getting bigger and bigger, and thus the river was becoming more and more of an issue. What's crazy is back in the day, residents would collect their own sewage, and then it would be picked up by the city and then brought to this main area, which I think this is here, the mud farm they called it, and then it would be processed, and then it would be sold back to the farmers for manure, or as manure. It's pretty gross. And then at some point, and I'm not sure when, but people just started dumping their sewage into the river, into the Senne. So it became this river of sewage, really, through the city. Way back in the day, of course. But you can imagine, you know, even based on this image here, what things were like. Alright, headed down into the sewer. Maybe. I don't know, eventually. Look at this, they would use all this to blast the waste. Send this through like that. A dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. So this is all various sewer cleaning machines. This is probably for a smaller one. I don't know if this is a camera on the front of it. Probably is. Maybe they can see some blockage. I think this is a filtration system for the actual river, or for the storm drains that probably lead down into the river. So some of this stuff is for storm drains in the river, and some of this stuff is for the actual sewer system, the actual human waste sewer system. So this is a recreation of more of a modern sewer system. All these would come out of individual streets, neighborhoods, or whatever, you know, just or houses, individual houses. Maybe this would be a street, and then it would all collect into here. Yeah, that's them trying to flush it out. Back in the day. Get a bunch of these critters down there too. Rats of all different shapes and sizes dwell down here. All right, so I'm guessing that was the learning part of the museum, and now it looks like it's the real part. Oh wow, it really is. You go right down here and see where the Senne is now. See it flowing. Wow, this is crazy. I feel like that scene in Ghostbusters too, when they lower them down and they find the river. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this area. This whole area would probably flood even in here. Oh yeah, it gets up really high over here. This is, well, I mean, not super high, but over knee height. This is almost up to your hips. So I guess sometimes you just, heavy rains, this is closed. So what you're looking at is modern day Senne. This is just the river. This is not the sewers yet. We're not even down there yet. This is just how they control, it's almost kind of how they control the LA River, where it's not even natural anymore. It's all concrete. It's kind of the same thing. Where the sewers actually are right through here. And oh my God, it smells so bad in here. It stinks. Oh. Just be glad that we don't have smell-o-vision yet. It's hard to breathe in here. Oh. I don't have to tell you what this is. It is what you think it is. Stuck on the grate from a past flood in here. And you can see, look at this, the railing is just coated in, let's just say I won't be touching this at all. I don't know if this is even a railing. It's like probably water, pressurized water to help clean it. You could hear the cars up above too. Wow. Right now there's probably a bunch of people, a bunch of you watching this saying, why would you go to this museum? Who would want to see this? This is fascinating stuff, because if this kind of stuff didn't exist back then, I mean, think about like the plague, you know, that kind of stuff. Sewage had to go somewhere. To this day, it has to go somewhere. Plumbing is extremely important. Without it, you can't be a civilized society. So as uncivilized as this is, it's ironic that you need it to be civilized. Oh yeah, it's just pure. See the corn? Just kidding. Oh. That's so bad. Whoa, what is that? Is that a bong? What's that glass thing? Hold on. In the middle there. That glass thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is. Could be some sort of a sex object or a bong. This is so gross. So they obviously had some heavy flow, and this crud is just drying here. Wow, you can hear the cars above. Look at this. This is so gross. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is just don't know if this is pure feces. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Look at this big crazy machine they have here to drive along this. That's really neat. Wow. This toothbrush is jammed in here. Alright. Go up these stairs. I'll definitely be cleaning my shoes later on today. I think there's another building that we go into from here. Oh, maybe not. There's more of the museum part. So the museum itself is in this amazing old building, and actually you go down underground, that's where I took you, and then you end up in that building over there. But that's why you can hear the road so easily. I mean, it literally is below the city, the way the water flows now.